talk about the track record since I joined, which is basically just under 6 years ago on the 1st of January 2019. Now, these are the calendar year returns over the last 6 years of the All Cap Fund, which is really one of our high-performing funds. Has delivered really strong returns over the last 6 years, annualizing about 17% per annum net of fees in the last 6 years. What's interesting is that, as you can see, apart from one year, 2022, which I'll talk to in a second, pretty much over the last 5 out of those 6 calendar years, we have averaged 30% per annum net of fees, and it's been sort of fairly consistent. As of today, for the calendar year 2024, the number that you see there, the 20%, that was at the end of October, but I'm pleased to say that as of today, the fund is up approximately 28% for the calendar year net of fees. And so, with a month to go, we will probably finish around that 30% number if things keep going the way they are. What's interesting is that, although we're quite confident that over the long term, 3 to 5 year periods, we can generate double-digit sort of 15% returns on average. But when we start a year, we really aspire to hit that sort of 30% return number. And sort of the way we do it, we build a portfolio of 25 to 30 companies, and we map up, the catalyst, what's going to drive a re-rate for each individual company. We obviously buying companies that we feel are undervalued by up to 50%. So we feel there's at least 50% upside if everything goes perfect for us in the next 12 months. And then we sort of reduce that back to sort of a probability outcome. And sort of that's how we map out our portfolio, where we think we can generate much more than the sort of the average 15% plus per annum. And so far, over the last 6 years, it worked really well. We had one bad year, that was 2022. That was probably the top 5 worst bear market in the last 100 years. The Nasdaq was down 34%, the S&P was down 24%. So it was a very tough year. And obviously, because we are investing in small and mid caps on the ASX, they tend to get hit harder when the market sentiment is quite negative. 2022 was obviously a bear market, as we had rising inflation and very aggressive rate hikes in the US and in Australia as well. So that was very negative for equities. And I'll talk about why we see things have changed and why we're very optimistic for the next few years. So I'll go to the next slide. This just basically highlights that over the last 5+ years, had you invested $1 million in the fund, you'll have approximately $2.5 million net of fees. So a 16-17% per annum is about 2.5 times your money every 5 years, and we think we can then continue delivering these sort of returns over the long term.